play your cards right with the Sun.
So nice to be back. Well, nice to see you, Nice! And it's lovely to be back with Play Your Cards, right? You know, the show that I always loved to do. I used to do it, and I used to love it so many times. And, of course, the prizes are more valuable. They really are. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can remember this show. Our star prize used to be a pony and trap. That's all they got, pony and trap. And I can remember when a young couple won an oil lamp. Yeah. Plus a year's free supply of paraffin. And of course, they got a free wick. Yes. Oh, yeah, nobody left here wickless. But the trouble is, as well, I've been scouring the country, you know, and it's no fun scouring on your own. I got picked up 4 times. I was grateful when I got arrested. Anyway, I was scouring for my 2 new assistants. So, I'm the leader of the pack, which makes me such a lucky jack. And if you like things that come in pairs, just look at my 2 croupiers. Look at these 2 darlings. Come on, come on! There they are. Aren't they lovely? All right, my darlings. Good luck for the series. And this is Sophie... Alistair. And this is Vicky...
Brattle.
Fine. Well, now, I've got a bit of an advantage over you two because, you see, I did this show a few years ago.
Yes, I was 6 at the time.
You say 6 or sick. It doesn't make any difference. So, do you know the rules?
You bet.
Oh.
You mustn't say yes or no or nod your head or you'll get gonged.
And when the celebrity in the square gives an answer, you can either agree or disagree.
After each question, you move along, but be careful you don't hit the hot spot.
Hot spot?
Yes, and if you ask Bob for a P, the answer will begin with that letter.
And remember, every second counts.
Yes, and if you don't know the answer, just say pass.
You'll all get your bully, but not for 2 in a bed.
I should hope not. This is a family show.
And try and remember all the prizes as they pass before you on the conveyor belt.
But we don't have...
Especially the cuddly toy.
Can you 2 come back next week?
Yes.
Well, don't bother. Go and deal with that. Go on, off you go. For goodness sake. They're going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble. Now, I hope you're going to play the game at home. Play your cards right. As you see, Sophie will be dealing out the red cards on the top and Vicky will be dealing out the blue cards on the bottom. We have our cards. All we need now are our players. There we are. That's it. Hello. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Now, you are Roger and...
Roger Smith, Lou Butler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smith Butler. Oh, so you're engaged?
We're engaged.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
now, what do you do, Roger?
I'm a transport supervisor for a computer hardware company.
Oh, lovely. And what do you do, Lou? What do you do, Lou?
I'm a secretary.
You're a secretary, I see. And where are you both from?
Chessington.
From Chessington, right. And you are engaged?
We are,
Yeah,
yes.
well, sometimes Lou's are engaged. So, now, Lou, tell us about the proposal.
Well, we was just shopping one day and we decided to have a pub lunch Roger went to get the food and when he came back, I opened the napkin and the ring was inside.
Oh,
he said, will you marry me? And I said, yes.
Well, that's beautiful, Lou. Can I have a look, if I may? Oh, it's a bit small, isn't it? I mean, for a napkin ring. Napkin rings are usually about that big, aren't they? Anyway, what do you do together? Do you do lots of things together?
We like this.
Yeah, we enjoyed disco.
Oh, disco. You do disco and partying, yeah.
Boogie.
So, what's your favourite disco number?
I like D-Ream.
She likes D-Ream, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Quite likes that.
I've heard about this. Could we hear it? Cue music. Let's hear a bit of it. Come out here and do it. Come out here. Show a bit of it. Come on. It's a bit slow. Oh, I see. Come on out. Come out here. Come on, girls. Come in here. Come on. just when we were having a bit of fun, isn't it? No, we'll have to do the show now. I really enjoyed that. I mean, you were really getting into it. Yeah. But I haven't forgotten about you two. Now it's Karen and Perry
Balance.
I see. And what do you do?
I'm a postman.
Perry? You're a postman?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And where do you do this?
In Oakhampton, Devon.
Oakhampton in Devon. Oh, I better know your postcode. Karen, what do you do, darling?
I'm a housewife at the moment.
Yes. And any kids at all?
I've got a baby daughter, Jasmine, who's 6 months old.
Oh, I see.
Hello, Jasmine.
Oh, but say hello, Jasmine. It's all right. It's
Hello,
hello, Jasmine. And you're a postman, of course?
Yeah.
So it's one delivery got right. Oh. Now then, Perry, any famous ancestors have you got?
Yeah, my great-great-great-uncle was the famous outlaw, Liberty Valance.
You know, my great-great-uncle was the man who shot him. Oh, have you got any pets?
Yeah, I used to have a very famous cat called Dinky.
Oh, yeah?
She poos in sugar bowls.
No. Who's in the sugar bowl, yeah?
Mum nearly served it to her friends that come round for coffee.
No. What did she say, 1 lump or 2? Don't tell me any more. Anyway, have you cut the cards?
We have.
Oh, good. Did you see them cut the cards? Yes, right. Now, the idea of the game is this. We want you to work your way across the board by predicting whether each of these cards is higher or lower than the preceding one. The first one to turn over the last card correctly will win a Brucey bonus. Wow! That was a lovely wow. We don't say, ooh, in this show. We say, wow! Lovely, it makes a change. I'm sick of hearing ooh. Anyway, you cannot win a game or a Brucey bonus until you won a question. All of the questions are based on a poll of 100 people. You won the toss, but you decided to go second. Right, now then, you're to answer the first question. We asked 100 married men. If your wife ran off with your best friend, which one of them would you miss the most? How many married men said if their wife ran off with their best friend, they'd miss their best friend most? Now then, Roger and Lou.
Oh, that is class.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, what would you do if you went with my friend, Em? Would you miss him more than me?
Don't get nasty about it, Roger. So you're right, Charlie, would you? Would you miss...
You know, if we ask Lou that, then we're going to get a bit of feedback.
You're absolutely right, Roger, yes. He's taking over, Right.
I'll say it's quite high. Yes, 46. 46?
Take your time, dear.
48.
48, after all that, just 48. 48. Now, have you any views on this, Perry? If your best friend, your wife went off, you know...
Well, it depends, because a lot of blokes' best friend is their wife, isn't it?
OK, that's a lovely thought. But what do you think?
I still think it's higher.
You think it's higher? Good boy, Perry. OK, higher than 48.
Yeah.
All right, the actual number who'd missed their best friend most is 19. You might think that's a low number, but the other 81 fancied their best friend's wives. So you're in the driving seat there. Roger and Lou, your base card is a 4. Now, you can change the card if you want to.
That's good, isn't it? We keep that.
We keep that.
You're going to keep that?
We go higher.
All right, Lou.
We go higher.
And you're going to go higher than a 4? A jack, good card. Lower than a jack, you say? Oh, bad luck. Giving you a free go, Perry and Karen. Your base card is a 5. What do you want to do? Higher than a 5, you say a 7. Higher than a 7, you don't want a free? No, dear. So nothing happened there very much, did it? The cards were playing up. Right, you to answer the next question, Perry and Karen. We asked 100 single women, before dating a new man, have you ever stood in front of the mirror and practised looking sexy? Oh, really? Mind you, men do the same thing, don't they? But I don't practice anymore. Right. How many single girls said yes before dating a new man they had practised looking sexy in the mirror?
I've never been a single woman, so...
No.
Well, really high, I think.
Really high? Do you think everybody's... Where do I look?
Did you?
Oh, really? Do a bit more of that, Karen. I like it. Yes? So how high do you think?
86... 80...
85.
What do you think?
85.
85, you say 85. You say, now, do you think it's lower than that or higher? Would you do that, or did you used to do that, Lou?
I used to.
Yeah, but...
You did? In front of the mirror and all that?
I think...
Not quite that high, though, wouldn't have
I
thought.
would think it's a tad higher.
I wouldn't. I think it's a tad lower. might take the blame if it's wrong on this one. All right.
All
You're
right.
gonna have
Lower.
to.
OK, you think lower?
Yeah, just
lower.
like
All
that.
right, the actual number who had practiced was 35. Look how low it was. You were way out in the first place, so, Roger, I think she trusts you. OK, so you can change that 4 if you want to, but it is a good card, but it's up to you.
We keep the
What do you
4,
think?
Bruce.
Keep the 4.
Yeah.
What do you think? Higher?
Yeah, we go higher.
Higher than a 4, you say an ace. Oh, good. Lower than an ace, you say an 8.
We'll freeze.
You're going to freeze, they're going to freeze. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at that, it worked. Wasn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely, lovely? So, Roger and Lou, you to answer the next question. Here we go. We asked 100 Scoutmasters. If an old lady offered to help you across the road, would you let her do it? How many Scoutmasters said yes? If an old lady offered to help them across the road, they would let her do it.
Well, I reckon they'd let her do it for the sheer politeness, didn't you?
Yeah. Who do you look at up there? You're looking at somebody.
35.
Oh.
Do you reckon? Or not?
What do you...
Higher. Do you think higher then?
What do you think?
I think... Yeah, go with that, Bruce. Go on, go with that. Anything for peaceful life.
Anything for peaceful life. 30. She talked him into it. What do you think, Perry?
I think it's higher.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they're all pretty nice people, Scout.
They are
Yeah.
Scoutmasters,
Generally, yeah.
nice people.
Generally.
And they would go along with it.
Yeah.
OK, fine. The actual number of Scoutmasters who would let her do it was... 71! You were right to go higher, yeah, especially if she dragged him by his woggle. Right. Good. Now you have a 5 there, you can change it.
Keep that one, please.
You're going to keep the 5?
Yeah.
Oh, you are, yes. OK.
Higher.
Higher than a 5, an ace, yes. Well judged. Lower than an ace, a king. Oh. Lower than a king, you say an 8. Oh.
Freeze.
You're going to freeze, you're going to freeze. Thank you, Vicky. Oh. It's all right, dear, nobody noticed. Right, OK, it's sudden death. Very important to get control of the board here. Very important indeed. Perry and Karen, you to answer the question first. We asked 100 driving instructors. Have you ever taken a pupil to your car only to find that you had locked yourself out? How many driving instructors said yes, they had taken a pupil to their car to find they'd locked themselves out?
20.
Quick answer here.
20.
20.
Yeah?
20%.
20%, you say? You think it's higher or lower?
I think it's higher.
Yes.
You think it's higher?
Yeah.
You do? Higher than 20, you said. The actual number who had locked themselves out was 11. Oh, you were wrong to go higher. So this puts you in the driving seat there, Perry and Karen. Now, you can either change this card, which you can do because you won the question, OK, and then you've got to turn over this card correctly to win the game, or you can force Roger and Lou from that 8 to turn over these 2 cards to win the game. So do you want to play or pass?
We'll change our card.
Are you going to play?
Yeah,
right,
please.
OK. Change the card for a 6. Well, it's not a great card, but then it's not a bad card, so you're going to go for it. Higher than a 6, you say. Oh! Bad luck, Perry, and that means you won the game. Well done. Bad luck, you two. Oh. And you've won a Brucey bonus. Which is an exotic weekend in Marrakesh. Now, there's still a Brucey bonus waiting for you, and that was extremely bad luck. You really had a go, you two. But next game coming up, and you could win the Brucey bonus next time. So all is not lost. Here we go. Roger and Lou to answer the next question. We asked 100 strippers. Do you feel sorry for the men in the audience? How many strippers said yes, they did feel sorry for the men in the audience?
It's got to be quite high, I think.
No,
You think they'd...
It's got to be... Don't
Don't you two start again.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, so put a figure to it.
45.
45?
Yeah,
Do you agree
okay.
with that? Fine. Perry,
Yeah.
what do you think about strippers? Do you think strippers would feel...
Well, I don't think they feel sorry, because they've got to be pretty pitiful to be there in the first place, haven't
Oh, you're right, you're right, you're right. OK, so do you think it is higher than 45 or lower?
they? Lower.
Slightly lower, you think? All right, the actual number of strippers who did feel sorry was... 43. Oh, a good guess in the first place. You were very wise to go lower than that. Well, if that's the way they feel, I'm not going again, I tell you. Waste wasting my time doing all that and shouting all... What's the good, isn't it, girls? You know what I mean? Right, lower. So, Perry and Karen, see if you're luckier with the card now. Your base card is a 6. Do you want to change it?
Yeah.
Change it.
Change that 6. It wasn't very good for you the last time. It's a 4. Now, higher than a 4, you say a 5. Higher than a 5, you say a king. Lower than a king, you say a 5. Higher than a 4, you say a... Oh! What about it? What a comeback! What about it? Wonderful. Hey. And you won a Brucey bonus. Wow! And this time it's a pair of video phones. OK, so it's very, very close. We're going to have a tiebreaker. Hope you're playing your cards right at home. Don't touch the pack. We'll be right back. Very important to get control of the board again, and I believe, Perry and Karen, you to answer this question. It's your turn. We asked 100 window cleaners. Which are cleaner, your customers' windows or the windows at home? How many window cleaners said their customers' windows were the cleanest?
A lot.
Customers are the cleanest.
Well, they would say that, wouldn't they? They probably wouldn't know what was going on. I'd say about 61.
61?
Yeah.
61%.
How about you? What do you think about this?
Higher.
Higher than 61?
Yep.
Higher than 61? OK, the actual number who said their customers' windows were the cleanest was 89. You were right to go higher. Well done, Roger and Lou. So you have command of the board, and it's only 3 cards because it's a tiebreaker. Your base card is an 8. You can change it.
Should we change? We
Change
change
the
it.
8 for a 7. Not much of a change. Now, what do you want to do?
Just go for it, yeah.
Higher than a 7? A 5! Oh, dear. Giving you a free go, Perry. That was a surprise. A 3. Higher than a 3. A 9. Oh. Lower than a 9. A 2. Oh, dear. Oh, see, this show used to drive me crazy. There we are. Well, it was exciting. Nothing happened. Roger, you to answer the question. We asked 100 doctors, do you think prescriptions charges are too high? How many doctors said yes, they did think prescription charges were too high?
Quite high.
Yes?
I think, yeah.
You think doctors would think this?
About 60.
61.
About 60?
61.
Yeah,
61?
61
How do you think?
They know how much it all costs in...
Go on, then.
Yes, so, well do you think...
Lower.
Lower? You think lower? The actual number who did think they were too high was... 15. You were right to go lower. There, Karen, you talked him into that, but that was a wise decision. Now, you've still got a 3 there.
Keep that.
Try it again. You're going to keep it?
Yeah. Higher!
Higher than a 3, a 5. Oh. Higher than a 5 is out. Well done. Oh, dear. Yes, a kiss all round. Oh, we're so... Come here, you two. Well, I say, that was, I tell you, it was a fight to the finish. It really was. So many things went wrong, but here's a little gift for you. And, of course, you did get, don't forget, your exotic weekend in Marrakesh, didn't you? All right, and here's a lovely hamper. Stop at a lay-by on the way home. OK, there they go, and thank you very much for being with us. Off you go there. Well, come here, you two. Well... I say you did some very wise things there at the end, and it really went for you. Now then, you've earned a chance to play with our cash cards, which means you could win thousands of pounds, plus this magnificent car. How about that? It's all there for you. Right. Now, before we deal out the cash cards, remember, the more pounds you get, the richer you get. And what do pounds make? Rich people! Rich, we want you to leave here rich people, OK? Now, Vicky will be dealing out your lucky blue cards, and we hope they are lucky ones. I'm going to give you £200. Can I ask you a question? If you get the question right, I can add 50 to the 200. If you get it wrong, I have to take the 50 away. So could we have a question, please? Sophie? That's it, my darling. Lovely.
Good luck, both of you. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Nervous? Very nervous.
And she means that. She means it. Good luck. Good luck. Right, now here's the question. What is the current cost of a colour television licence? Is it £75, £80 or 83?
83.
83, you're right. Yes, good. You've got £250. And it's your cash you're playing with now. You're playing for cash. Your minimum bet must be 50, your minimum.
Yeah.
But anything up to what amount you happen to have at the time is fine. Doubling up or whatever you want to do, that's good. When you get to here, we move you up to here and we give you another £200, right? You move along, move along. Now, when you get to here, if you have £4,000 or more, you have a chance to go for the car. Wow! Wowee is right. You said it. Right. Then I ask you another question. If you get that question right on the turn of this card will determine whether you win the car or not. Is that all clear, Perry and Karen? Yeah. And everybody, we're all wishing you so much luck for this. OK? So could we have a base card there, Vicky? Good. A base card is a 7. Do you want to change it?
Yeah, please.
You want to change the 7? 2. That's a better card. A 3. Now then. Just a minute. What do you want to...
200. 200 higher.
200 higher than a 3. A queen. Good. Well done. You have £450.
300.
It's a good card.
300 lower.
300 lower.
300 lower than a queen. A 5. Now then, a 5. It's a good card, but it's not the greatest card in the world. But you make up your own minds here. You are on your own.
300 higher.
300 higher than a 5. A 10. Yes. Now then, you have £1,050. And we give you another 200, so you've got £1,250, and you can change this card now.
Change it.
You want to change it to a 4? A better card? Yep. Now then, you know you've got 1,250, Perry and Karen?
Yeah.
So, think about...
850 higher than the 4.
850 higher than the 4? An ace, yes! Well done. You've got £2,100, so you can make it easy. You can go the double up now if you want to.
2,000 lower.
2,000 lower than an ace? An 8, yes! So you've got 4,000... Yeah,
50.
you crafty one. You're going to go 50 now, aren't you? 50 lower?
50 lower.
Lower than your crafty one? Yes, you got it. OK. Now then. You now have £4,150, which is yours. No matter what happens after this, that money is all yours for the keeping. OK, so think about that for a start. But I now have to ask you another question. Could we have the question, please, again, Sophie? Get this question right, and then... There we are. Thank you, my darling. Then you can have a go. You can change that card as well if you want to. But let's get the question out the way. Name 5 film cartoon characters.
Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck.
What do you mean Mickey Mouse?
Tom and Jerry,
Yes,
Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy.
All right, all right, all right. I know it's a stupid question. All right, but well done. You're so quick. But sometimes people under pressure wouldn't have been able to do that. Now, this is the time for decisions.
We'll keep
it is
that
the
card,
4. You're going to
please.
keep the 4, and you want to go
higher.
What do you think? Come here. Well done. You played very well. Come here, my darling. Get round there. Get round there. Good. Then you come here. In you go. Let's get the checkbook here. Thank you, my darling Vicky. Now then, 4,150 quid. BF. There you are. It's all yours, OK? Have a wonderful time. And it's not too late. Could still be a big night if you play your cards right. Good night, and thank you very much. Wow.
Play your cards right. With the Sun.